I'm glad to be able to be with you on this Tuesday. And today I'd like to look at Hebrews chapter 3. Chapters 3 and 4 go back to the story of the nation of Israel as they approached the land after they had been delivered from Egypt and then been given the law and were formed into an actual official nation there at Mount Sinai. And God had commanded them to go forward. The spies go in the land, come back, 10 of them did, with an unbelieving spirit. They said it's a wonderful land, but we're not able to do it. Caleb and Joshua came back with the eye of faith. And they said, we're more than able to do it. Why? Because they had a great God that had already proved himself. And so as they saw the reality of walled cities and giants in a well-fortified area, there were two different perspectives. And this is what happens to believers. Many believers will look at the land of victory, and that's really what Canaan is. Not a picture of heaven. It's a picture of the victorious Christian life. And many Christians look at all the difficulties and shrink back in unbelief and just wander in the wilderness like all the people under the leadership of the 10 spies. But then you have a Joshua and Caleb that believe God. And they had the privilege of leading the next generation into the promised land, and they saw victory after victory after victory. And all of this is summed up in verse 18 of chapter 3. And to whom sware he that they should not enter into his rest, but to them that believe not. So we see they could not enter in because of unbelief. And many Christians today are discouraged. It seems like there's really not much we can do. And, you know, it's just inevitable that we got to sin because of all the pressures around us and all of the technology and other things that are bombarding us. We can't rear our families today. Churches can't be what they ought to be. Sounds like the 10 spies. There are giants in the land. This land is well fortified. But friends, we need to realize Christ has won the victory. And if we will trust him, we can do greater works. As John chapter 14, verse 12 says, if you believe, you can do greater works than Christ did. We can have the victory. And so let's don't miss the great rest. You can have rest in the midst of all kinds of issues going on around us if we are truly believing God. And we can be seeing one victory after another. Yes, it may be a battle, but we're on the victory side. So may God help us to realize we must not be faithless, but let's enter in by really believing him.